Good afternoon, everyone. It's Beth Kozik from Elegant Greetings. It is Saturday afternoon, and it is time for our weekly catalog Copycat cards, where I copy a project from one of our Stampin' Up! Catalogs. So thank you so much for joining me. It is a sunny afternoon here in Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan, and it's still kind of chilly out there, but it looks like a great day. So hopefully everybody is having a good day so far. We always start out our time together with reviewing the project from last time and then raffling off the project to someone who had commented on either Facebook or on YouTube. And this is the card we made last week. This is called a Slimline card, so you can see it's much larger than a normal card, long and skinny versus our regular A2 size. And we used a lot of the designer paper, which was one of our free celebration items that could be earned. And it coordinates with the Daffodil Daydream bundle, which makes these awesome lifelike daffodil cutouts with the dies. And then, of course, they have some beautiful sentiments that went along with it as well. And then the Slimline envelopes look like this. These are a new product from Stampin' Up! They're available in our mini catalog. And they come in 3 different colors in a multi-pack, and they are designed to work. Look how pretty. They have the printed flap on them, so they are designed to work with many of the colors of our cardstock. So it's a really beautiful card, super special. This one happens to be for Mother's Day, but it could be for any occasion. So let's go ahead and give away this project. I have everyone's names here in my box, and I'm going to pick a name now. So thank you to everybody who commented. And our winner this week is Pam. So Pam, thank you so much for your comment and everyone's comments for that matter. I really appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up as well. I really appreciate that as well. All right, so the project we're going to do today is from our annual catalog, and we haven't really focused on this for a few weeks now, but it is coming to a close very soon, so we have until May 2nd to order from our annual catalog. There is still so many things in here that are amazing, of course, and I'm going to make the card from, we are on page 59. This is the All for Baby bundle, and let me show you what that looks like. It is a stamp set and a die set, and this was a bundle I featured at my February Stamp Your Way classes, which were last weekend, and I simply fell in love with it. It is so incredibly cute, and once I started making the projects for class, I fell in love even further. So we always know somebody who's having a baby, and it's great to have a very versatile set on hand that we can make some cards with. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so it's clear, looks like that. You can see how much we used it, and there are 15 stamps in it, and the bundle is called All for Baby. And of course, we save 10% when we order the stamp set as well as the coordinating dies. These are the dies, and I'm going to show you the cards we made, a close-up look of them. But these are so cute. Look at the little Barbie doll style hangers. There are 2 bib cutouts, some flowers. This is for a bow. This is a heart. This is to make little pockets that can be stamped onto the onesies. And then there's a teddy bear that's part of it. And there are 15 dies in this set. So you can kind of see here how this, of course, the stamp set is visualized at 85%. So these are larger. So the dies are designed to coordinate exactly to cut these out. So just the photo of what is on the packaging here is a little bit smaller. And that is just because there are so many images in the set. They have to reduce them a little bit just for the packaging. So you can see how cute that would be to cut out the teddy bear. And then this goes with this little romper. That's the die for that one. This is the die that makes a onesie. Incredibly cute. And then here's one for a little jumper that would cut out. So we're going to make the card that is here on page 59. And this one caught my eye. I love this look. I'm very much into having my designer series paper or layer extend for the full width or length of a card. So I really like how this one looks. And if you notice, there is a little clock here, and that is one of the icons throughout the catalog, which signifies something. So what that means is that this is a very easy and very quick and simple card to make. So if we're in a time crunch, we need to make something really quick, we can always look for that clock, which will designate that this is a very easy and quick and simple card to make. Okay, so I'm going to keep my catalog handy here on the side so I can follow along. And we are also going to pair up this card with our Basic Borders dies. These are a new set of dies which were introduced with this annual catalog. And what they do is they cut an edge so we can have it be like the curve. If we want a nice curve, there's stitching on this particular one. Here is a zigzag, which is really cool. I used that on one of the cards I made recently. Here's a larger zigzag, which I used. I'll show you that in just a second. And then this one is fun. This could kind of look like clouds if you wanted to make like a scene with some clouds, or I don't know. It's just really interesting how all of these can be used. And then here's one which is really nice, just a V. And then the one we're using today is kind of just like this trio, and it has a nice scalloped edge to it. So I'll show you how to do that. And those get cut on our die cutting and embossing machine. So I'll keep that here. And then, of course, we always need dimensionals, my favorite product ever. And then we need a few pieces of our basic white. So this one is about 2.5 by 1 inch. So great way to use scraps to make our sentiment. And then we need a small piece to stamp our teddy bear. And then our cardstock is Daffodil Delight. And this is cut to 8.5 by 5.5 and then scored at 4.25. So that's going to make just a regular card fold. And then the designer paper I chose is very similar to what's in the catalog. I tried to find something close that I had in my stash. And this piece actually, look what this is. This is the reverse side of the daffodil celebration paper. So if you're looking for a way to use that daffodil paper that is not really related to flowers and this type of a look, the opposite sides of our designer paper usually have a more of a solid or a simpler pattern. So this is a really nice way to use that. So of course, it's not a flowery card at all. It's a baby card. And we could really do this card in any color combination that we wanted. If we had some pinks or some blues or lavender, whatever we would choose, we can certainly easily customize that by just having our designer paper coordinate with our cardstock. Okay, so super easy. It's just an interesting way to use our designer paper in a different way than what it was initially maybe designed for. And then our inks are Mint Macaron, which is this really pretty green. And then we have Mary Merlot. I'm going to stamp the teddy bear in Mary Merlot. And then we have this really pretty and soft, it's our velvet ribbon. It's in Mint Macaron, so it matches our ink exactly. And this is called Soft Velvet Ribbon. So it's a really pretty, as you can imagine, super, super soft, and just adds a little bit of texture to our baby card. And then I need my green glue, of course, my bone folder and scissors. So let's go ahead and first do our die cutting. So I'll get these things out of the way. And then we're going to take our designer paper and we're going to use that trio, that scalloped edge. And that's going to be applied right here to the edge of our designer paper. And I'm just going to center that. And what I want to do is take a couple of Post-it notes. And once I get it into place, and I'm kind of judging how much metal there is on either side here to kind of get that lined up. And then I'm going to secure that down with a couple of Post-it notes like this. And then place that right onto my cutting plate. And then we have to have another cutting plate that goes over. And then our shim. And then our base plate. So that's our sandwich. We want to make sure everything is lined up. And then always when we have a straight die like this, we always want to have that point go through the machine first. So we definitely would not want to have that die, say, on this direction. We always want to have it going in with that pointy end, feeding through the machine first. Okay, and then we'll just bring our machine in here. I think I need some new plates. What do you think? These are very well used. I love my die cutting machine. I use it for just about every single project I do. Okay, and then look what happens. Isn't that pretty? So we have this beautiful stitching as well as the scallop, and that makes a really pretty edge on the edge of our designer paper. All right, and then I think next we will do our stamping of our teddy bear, because he has to be put through the die cutting machine as well. So I'm going to take my piece of our basic white and the Merry Merlot, which is a dark, kind of like a deep burgundy wine color, as the name indicates, and then stamp. Now this is a distinctive stamp set, so when we stamp that teddy bear, you'll see all of the little cuts, the way that it is designed, it's intended to look very lifelike. Okay, look at how pretty that is. It's just very subtle, and all of that detail really shows so nicely. I just love that look. And then we are going to stamp a bow. So we'll use our mint macaron ink, and there's a little bow right around his neck. So it's just a little bit of an embellishment we can add by stamping. There we go. Look how cute that is. All right, and then while I have my green ink open, I'll go ahead and do our sentiment. It says, little hands, little feet, big love. Very sweet. There's some really cute sentiments in this. Congratulations on your growing family is the other one. But this one is really cute. I thought, well, we'll keep it just like the catalog. That's sweet. All right, and then we need to take our die. So here's our teddy bear die. And again, I'm going to take my cutting plate and flip it over, and then place this right around. And then I do want to secure this, so I don't want it to move at all. That looks good. And then when I do my sticky notes, I place them over the cardstock, the die, and the cutting plate itself. So it's very stationary and won't wiggle. Okay, so again, I have my same sandwich in place with our thin dies. We just need the shim and the base. Run that through. Okay, and then here is our teddy bear. So hopefully it didn't move at all. Oh, there we go. That looks great. And the dies are wonderful. They leave just this little bit of white edging around, so it really makes the image pop that we're working with. And I think we're ready to assemble already. So we need a little bit of a length of our velvet ribbon. And actually, I'm going to put this together first, and then we'll have to kind of eyeball where that ribbon is going to go, and then I can cut it so I don't waste any. Using green glue, just a little tiny bit all the way around. And then again, as I mentioned at the beginning, this designer paper is going to go from edge to edge and cover the face of our card completely, so there's no border. Okay, that looks good. And then our teddy bear, he's going to be glued on flat. And then he goes right about there. All right, and then our ribbon, it goes all the way to the end, and then it covers a little bit of the teddy bear, his leg. So I'm going to cut it right about here. 2 angles, nice and easy. And this ribbon's great. It doesn't fray because it's a velour. And then that goes, that looks good there. So I'm just going to make a line of glue. Nice and easy. Okay, and then our sentiment, because this is a kind of a thick ribbon, I could just glue this straight down onto over that with some glue, but instead I'm going to use my tiny dimensionals and put them in the 4 corners. And that way I'm leaving a little bit of space in between here, so it will keep the sentiment flatter and it won't be quite so thick when it's mailed. So by doing those 4, you can kind of visualize it's going to fit right over that ribbon, but stay nice and stationary and flat. And the color combination here is very different. I'm very much, I love to experiment with different color combinations. So of course we have a gold, we have a Merlot, and then the minty green color. So not colors that we would normally think to put together, but they definitely work. That's the beauty of our Stampin' Up! Colors, is that they are all designed to work so nicely together, no matter what we put together. And our bone folder, and there we go. Super simple, easy, and quick card. Let me bring in the catalog here. And there's my version and the catalog version. So again, we could use any color combination we would have on hand, designer series paper wise. Just love how that border adds a little bit of interest and texture, depth. Now, of course, we could add more to it if we wish, but this just designates how we can make a very simple and quick card with not a lot of effort, not a lot of pieces and parts. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. It's really, really sweet. I love that teddy bear too. He looks cute and brown. So let me show you up close the cards that we made last weekend. This one has that little onesie I was showing earlier. And then we paired it. So again, some unusual color combinations. I love doing that. This peach and the lavender color together. And then we made the hanger out of some gold foil paper. Super cute. This is one of our punches. So that's how I made that. This shows the edge that I mentioned earlier, which is this one here from our border dies. So here's how I made that with this one. So very, very pretty. I love those dies. And then here's one we made. This was the Celebration, the Marvelous paper, which was the marble textured paper. And then I paired it up with a couple of other of our die cuts, added the sentiment. We cut out the romper, again, made a little hanger and a piece of a ribbon just to add an embellishment. Love that one. Here is the teddy bear again. He's stamped in red this time. I think I did that one. That was Cherry Cobbler. So kind of a more muted red than the real bright red. We added an embossed piece underneath. So that's crumb cake. And then I die cut the 2 bibs, added a little bit of stamping. There is a stamp in there that makes these clothespins, which is absolutely adorable. And then we just hand cut out the sentiment. And here's the last one. I used some designer paper, kind of a blue that made it look like a sky, like a clothesline blowing in the wind. And then we die cut and made the sentiment, a little bit of our twine. I used linen paper to make the onesie. Can you see how sweet that is? It actually looks like fabric. Here is the bear done in brown, which is really cute. Here's that romper I cut out of designer paper. And then these are an actual die that comes with the die set, which makes the clothespins. And I cut those out of one of our wood grain papers. So super cute, cute set. It is the All for Baby. And of course, 10% off always when we bundle the products together. So here's our project once again. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I look forward to reading your comments, so please comment on Facebook or YouTube, and also give me a thumbs up or some hearts for love. I really appreciate that if you're interested in winning this project. Okay, so have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all again right here next Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.